Hey guys, welcome into my spooktacular special, Spooktober, my special series here where I wanted to go through and review 31 horror movies for every day of October leading up to Halloween. So, first off, one of my favorites, if not my favorite of all time horror movie, the original from 1931, Universal, Frankenstein.
It's alive! Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Boris Karloff stars as the screen's most memorable monster in what many consider to be the greatest horror film ever made. Dr. Frankenstein, played by Colin Clive, dares to tamper with life and death by creating a human monster out of lifeless body parts. The monster, played by Boris Karloff, one of my favorite actors of all time. He's played in basically every monster movie there is. I mean, he's awesome. But anyway, he's the original Frankenstein. My man, Boris Karloff. It's director James Whale's adaptation of Mary Shelley's original novel, blended with Karloff's compassionate portrayal of a creature trying to find his identity that makes Frankenstein a masterpiece not only for the genre, but of all time. I got it on DVD. It's one of my favorites, and I love to watch it every Halloween. And it just puts you in the mood for Halloween, man. I mean, it's just the classic, man. I mean, the number one thing you think of in Halloween is things like Freddy Krueger, Scream, and of course, original Frankenstein, dude. Dracula, ghosts, you know what I'm saying? So, this movie is just amazing. The whole atmosphere of the movie, I mean, the way it starts where they're digging in the graveyard and just the gothic scenes and everything. It's just so incredible. And then when Frankenstein's in his laboratory and he's, does the famous line, "It's alive, it's alive." I mean, it's so quotable. And kind of as he's raising the monster up and the lightning strikes and you just see all the machinery and just, he's the crazy mad scientist. And the feel and the vibe and the atmosphere is just amazing. And it puts you in that perfect Halloween mood. And it's just a tragic tale of a monster who was created, against his will. He has no identity, and he's trying to find, his way in the world, really. And he meets the little girl, and he's trying to be, he thinks he's playing, but he ends up killing the little girl. And the whole town freaks out, and the famous scene where they're coming to get him with their pitchforks, the angry mob scene, and they got the torches and the pitchforks, and they're coming to get him, and it's just a tragic tale, and it's just so beautiful, and it just is amazing, and puts you totally in that Halloween vibe, dude. And that's why it's one of my most favorite horror movies of all time from 1931, still holds up to this day, and that's why we kick off this Spooktober with Frankenstein. So if you guys haven't seen this movie yet, and I don't know how, if you haven't seen it, that's even possible these days, because, I mean, they play it on, like, every channel, every Halloween, but anyway, if you haven't seen this movie yet, I highly, highly recommend it. It's one of the greatest, most classic movies of all time, and one of my personal favorites. It's just freaking awesome, man, so definitely check it out, highly recommend it. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, whatever you want to say, fucking top notch. And that's why it's number 1 on my list so far for the 1st of October. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. And I'll be trying to put up one every day for every day of the month for October as we lead up to Halloween, my favorite holiday. So let's get it. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Till then, have a scary October.